Hello folks, and welcome back to Noob-Splaining. My name is Wolf. First of all, I want to apologise it's been so long since I last put a video out, but my life has been a bit of a, shall we say, roller coaster recently, but I won't bore you with the details, because you're here to listen to me take the piss out of Warhammer while teaching you all about it. So let's get on with the next episode of The Good, the Bad and the Stupid, shall we? But before we do, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe and leave a comment. But most importantly, share this video with somebody who could do with some noob-splaining in their life. Now, just a quick reminder, I haven't seen this script at all. It was written for me by Victor, who is currently locked in my basement. So if you find any part of this funny, please buy him a coffee in the link below, because I sure as hell don't provide him any sustenance. Oh, and don't forget to join the Discord, where you can meet me, Victor and Gaz the Orc. Right, so this week we're taking a look at the Chaos Space Marines. Let's crack on. The Good. So probably the best thing thematically about the Chaos Space Marine Legions, hereafter referred to as Chaos for this video, the most good thing that deserves to be at the tippy top of the good category is how unapologetically, hedonistically, apocalyptically fuck-ass bad they are. Jesus Christ, Victor, are you actually trying to put as many tongue twisters in this as possible? Right. Really, in a setting like 40k where it prides itself on making you always root for the bad guys, let's not pretend that even the Tower are exempt from this anymore either. Chaos is the Rolls Royce, the Aston Martin of evil bastard factions. If you want to indulge in the worst part of what you are as a person and not feel bad because your army is made up of psychopaths wielding the power of extra-dimensional gods who actively encourage their less virtuous tendencies, the various gladiator rings, ancient libraries and furry-walled sex dungeons of chaos call to you. A lot of other factions have reasons for doing things, but being chaos allows you to just literally anything with the sentence, I thought it might make your day worse, and have it be completely lore accurate for chaos. On a personal note, I really love a sympathetic villain. You tell me there's a big monster hiding in a windmill, and I'll grab my pitchfork. You tell me that monster is hiding there because its creator hates it, it's scared and alone in the world, and I'll turn my pitchfork on the rest of the villagers. That's what chaos is, a Frankenstein reference. They are monsters for sure, but the debate has been raging for years, how responsible they are for it themselves, or how much their father, playing the part of Victor Frankenstein, is to blame for what they would become. I can't speak for anybody else, but as a massive fan of Mary Shelley's original work, I love that this debate has become a cornerstone of all character discussion that surrounds chaos. Just Games Workshop doing what they do again, taking a concept like neglect of just one's moral ethical responsibility to massive sacrifice power and stretching it to the extreme. Love it when they do that. For those of you who like to read, there's no shortage of chaos material to catch up on. Sure, most of it exists as an extension of the Space Marine tactic, ad hogging the limelight, but it's less offensive in this case, because at least it's not another bunch of self-righteous supermen doing the killing. It's mostly a bunch of pathological victims instead, but at least it's different. This is true. Also, the Library of Chaos books that Black Library offers has more than a couple of bangers within it. Go try the Night Lord's Omnibus and thank me in the comments. Also, sorry for the nightmares. Or, if you want to see how it all started, the first 3 books in the Horus Heresy are a very good read. This I will attest to. I keep going back to those first 3 books. I know looking down the barrel of a 60+ long book series is very intimidating for a noob, but the first 3 in the series are direct sequels to each other that follow the same cast of characters, and it's easy to put them down at the end of the 3rd one and decide you've seen enough. Or in my case, you'll end up picking them up again and again and again. Anyway, I'll stop talking about the heresy, or we'll be here all night. On with the list. Lastly, while I have the chance, I have to mention that the Chaos roster of minis currently contains 4 of the 6, perhaps 7, living demon Primarchs, and every one of them so far has been beautiful. Except for Mortarion. He's fucking disgusting. But that's great because it means the sculptor understood the assignment. Other than him though, we also have Angron, Magnus the Red, and Forge World has Fulgrim on their store page. Well, they used to, now it's all been combined into one. That's without even going into the roster available on the Horus Heresy. Goes to show how long I've been sitting on this script. The whole website's changed. Anyway, I'll cover the Heresy eventually, but it deserves its own series for now. I'm just skipping the lore and skipping tabletop pretty much altogether. The Primarchs we currently have data sheets for are understandably pretty fucking good on the tabletop too, if you're playing a big enough points game to justify bringing one. The Bad. So choosing to collect Chaos Space Marines is a lot like choosing orcs when it comes to the painting department. I'll be the first to admit that it's a whole lot easier to make Chaos look nice with less effort than orcs, but unlike orcs, the problem doesn't lay in being proficient in how to do a bunch of different techniques. It actually just comes down to just one. What's your endurance levels for painting armour trim? Because I don't know about all of you, but whenever I think of having to paint an entire squad of legionaries and their fucking armour trim, I also begin to wonder if a battery acid colonoscopy wouldn't be a better use of my time. Oh, you dumb bit. There used to be a problem with spikes. Every mini had long horns and spikes, plenty, but that's been toned down a lot by 10th edition. So now the biggest of annoyances is definitely the trim. Yeah, all I'm thinking is Cornate Marines. So anybody who's looked into Chaos and kept an ear to the ground has probably heard whispers about the single most horrible thing in 40k outside of the fan base, the Daemonculaba. Oh god. It's sort of hard to write about and post online without ending up on some sort of government watch list for potential Hannibal Lecter type super rapists. I will attempt to summarise it now for your amusement. This should be good. Long story short, you take a normal pregnant human female, feed them till they are big and roomy enough to fit a bunch of gene seed, hormones and who knows what else inside of them, then you take a young human boy, much like the Astartes do, and ram the precious little tyke right into the waiting woman's... Oh god. Can't do it. No. I don't think we can get away reading this on YouTube, Victor. Well, absolutely not the way you've written it anyway. And what the ever-living fuck have you drawn here in crayon? It looks like a meatball with legs sticking out of it. Artist's impression for reference. That does not fill me with confidence, mate. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, you get the idea. Adolescent young virgin goes into marinade. Super Chad Chaos Astartes emerges from the flesh chrysalis, usually by force mind you, and he's all ready to don power armour and deal through all the trauma surely associated with it being non-consensually stapled inside a vagina for how many months or years till you're fully cooked. That's about all I can stomach about talking about it, but there's plenty of places out there with more info if you're into that sort of thing. Or you could ask your mother what it was like when she was pregnant with you. The experience will probably be shockingly similar. Lastly, I'm sure there's a slice of you out there who like this about Chaos, but life in the Eye of Terror is a violent, maddening, lonely, and all-around dogshit existence. You have no friends in the warp. Even within your own legion, most of the time there is backstabbing and worse power struggles, and internal politics that even the Inquisition gets up to. Being a Chaos Marine is to be a single redhead stepchild in amongst a legion of rented mules. And God forbid the Black Legion decide you and your warband could be living up to their true potential as frontline meat shields on its next tantrum in Cadia. Although I suppose that's not so much as an issue anymore, is it? The stupid. Okay, here we go with what's sure to surprise nobody, but the turd bearers take prime position in the stupid section. What in the actual fuck was going on with Lorgar's gene seed to make such of a legion of unlikable and stupid fuckheads? Don't argue with me. The existence of Erebus, Corpheron and Lorgar himself are all the evidence I need to make this point. I feel like almost every problem the Space Marines have can be tracked back to these Bible-bashing bullshit artists. Every time I hear the argument, Emperor should have told his sons about Chaos, I can't help but think that Lorgar is exactly why Big Chris chose to keep those cards close to his chest. He was searching for a deific dick to choke on, and tell him there is not just a single option, but a veritable bukkake of them in the warp would have just been asking for trouble. I will, however, embarrassingly admit that one of my favourite characters in any of the Black Library books was Argyle Tal, so at least there's that. Well, there's only two other things in all of Chaos that make me feel as disappointed as Lorgar does, and the first one is once again sure to surprise nobody. Abaddon the Despoiler, or as we still call him, Fail Baddon the Armless. Honestly, what a fucking stupid character. From his 13 failures to capture a single planet to his literal arms falling off, Abaddon has been a constant source of head scratching since his introduction. Time has not served to improve this issue like wine, but rather turn it into vinegar. Or piss. It's a damn shame too, because Heresy era Abaddon was pretty cool, but Abaddon of the 41st millennium is just so hard to take seriously. Even after he destroyed Cadia, at massive cost to himself mind you, the main thing on every Imperial player's lips was, oh no, now he can launch assaults on real space. But was instead replaced by renewed respect and pride for Cadia, even though it was now fucking gone. Let me tell you, when your main antagonist gets a win that big, with ripples that literally split the galaxy in half, and we still can't take him seriously, you've written him stupid. I have to close this video out with something that I really should be saving for the Chaos Demons video, but I just can't wait. The only other thing that I think matches the collective stupidity of word bearers and Abaddon, the decision to keep teasing us with Sons of Malice. Little flakes of info that let us know they're still around, but very little beyond that. I'm sure I could almost hear the collective eye roll from a good portion of you all just the mention of Malal and Malice, and I won't go too deep into it or I'll start to look like that meme of Charlie from It's Always Sunny. The one where he's in the mailroom with his conspiracy board, but I have to mention the Sons of Malice because they're symptoms of a much larger problem, and I think it's stupid that we can't just have Malice, Malal and 40k. But they're happy to keep using the Sons of Malice just in case they find a way to fuck over another creator. Again, obviously there's a lot more to this stupidity, but I'm just going to allude to it here, so I can cover it later on, otherwise this script will be an hour long. And so there you have it. That's the good, the bad and the stupid on the Chaos Space Marines. And what I'd like to see in the comment is what's your biggest insults for people like Erebus and Corfairon. But on a final note from me and Victor, thank you everyone for watching. If you've got this far, we know you only have a finite number of hours in the day, and we appreciate that you're willing to spend some of them with us. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to buy Victor a coffee. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, but most importantly, share with this video with any noob that could use a good noob-splaining in their life. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.